Chapter 60, The Zombie Swarm Arrives. When Sean and his friends arrived at the west of the city, the zombie horde also arrived. Fortunately, the defense line was built in advance. "Husband, look, the zombies are here." Goon Wan pointed to the dark mass of zombies in front of the car and showed it to Chen Qingzhou. Chen Qingzhou parked the car and said, "Don't get out yet, I'll go take a look." Goon Wan nodded. Chen Qingzhou got out of the car and quickly released his spiritual thread with Liu Kai to be alert to the zombie attacks in front. Oh my god. How come there are so many zombies in just a few days? Xianji's scalp tingled when he saw so many zombies. It seems that the zombies are very powerful. Brother Chen, we will attack from 3 sides later. You and Political Commissar Liu will control those high-level zombies. Sean shouted. Okay. A few people exchanged glances and launched an attack. Chen Qingzhou activated his mental thread to control several high-level zombies in front. Those high-level zombies that were about to attack suddenly stopped moving. Sean, Xiang, and Chen Shu attacked the zombie group from 3 sides respectively. For a moment, all kinds of supernatural powers exploded in the sky above the west of the city. Those low-level zombies were nothing to be afraid of and were killed by the psychics in a short while. Just when Chen Qingzhou's spirit was about to collapse, Sean and the others returned to deal with the high-level zombies. High-level zombies are not so easy to kill. As soon as Chen Qingzhou's mental thread loosened, those zombies attacked them like crazy. Chen Qingzhou's mental ability could not be activated for the second time in a short period of time, so he could only use his lightning ability to attack. There were too many high-level zombies this time, and they were not easy to deal with. Many people were already injured. Goon Wan watched Chen Qingzhou using his lightning power left and right, and she felt very anxious. Although Chen Qingzhou was very powerful and was a level 7 psychic, his energy would be exhausted. This couldn't go on. She looked at the box in her hand and thought that it could be used to deal with zombies. Goon Wan took the box containing the zombies and got out of the car. The moment Goon Wan got out of the car, all the zombies stopped attacking and looked at Goon Wan. Chen Qingzhou turned around and saw Goon Wan getting out of the car holding the box and quickly came to Goon Wan and supported her. "Why did you come down?" "No, don't worry." Goon Wan held the box and approached the zombies. The advanced zombies in the front looked at each other, took a defensive stance, and did not dare to move forward. They squeaked and said something inaudible. At this time, a light came out of Goon Wan's stomach, and all the zombies took 3 steps back. Goon Wan looked at the zombies. "I know this is your queen. I won't hurt her. You should step back and don't get close to her, or I will smash her to pieces." Those high-level zombies seemed to understand Goon Wan's words. After a round of squeaking exchanges with each other, they actually began to slowly retreat. Chen Qingzhou stayed close to Goon Wan, staring at the zombies with vigilance. Sean and the others also stopped their attacks and looked at the scene in amazement. As the zombies continued to retreat, the encirclement gradually expanded. Goon Wan held the box tightly, not daring to relax at all. Suddenly, a huge advanced zombie rushed out from behind at an extremely fast speed, and its target was the box in Goon Wan's hand. Chen Qingzhou reacted quickly, and a bolt of lightning instantly struck the zombie, repelling it. "We can't continue to be in a stalemate any longer," Chen Qingzhou said in a low voice. Goon Wan nodded and said loudly, "I'll give you a chance. As long as you stop attacking us, I will return the queen to you." The zombies began to get restless again. After a while, they collectively let out a low roar, as if responding to Goon Wan. Goon Wan took a deep breath and slowly put the box down. The moment the box landed on the ground, several high-level zombies rushed forward and surrounded the box. The other zombies also stopped moving and watched quietly. After a while, the zombies surrounding the box lifted the box and slowly retreated. The zombies began to evacuate in an orderly manner, as if they had received some kind of instructions. Sean and the others breathed a sigh of relief and looked at this in disbelief. Chen Qingzhou held Goon Wan's hand tightly, his eyes full of fear. "You're taking too much of a risk," he chided softly. Goon Wan smiled and said, "This is the fastest way to solve the problem." As the zombie horde gradually moved away, Everyone began to clean up the battlefield and rescue the wounded, and the west of the city regained a brief peace. Don't worry, I have put the zombies into the space and gave them an empty box. Goon Wan whispered in Chen Qingzhou's ear. We have to find a solution quickly. There are no zombies in that box. If that scent disappears, the zombies will find out that we tricked them. You opened the box and took the zombies away. Xin looked at Goon Wan in disbelief. Yeah, there's no way I could give zombies to them. Goon Wan took out the zombie and the jade pendant from the space. Everyone saw the zombie. At this time, Goon Wan lifted up the jade pendant, and the zombie was also lifted up along with the jade pendant. It seems that they are inseparable. Several people are in trouble. What should the zombies do? They don't know either. At this time, Goon Wan put the jade pendant in front of her eyes and observed it carefully. There was nothing special about this jade pendant except that it was in the shape of a lotus. Sean also wanted to take a look at the jade pendant, but he couldn't touch it or he would be bounced out. Goon Wan suddenly remembered that her space jade bracelet was activated because it sucked her blood. Could it be that this jade pendant was also activated? Goon Wan bit her finger and dripped the blood onto the jade pendant. The zombie body instantly emitted a strong light, and its speed increased visibly. Chen Qingzhou was afraid that Goon Wan would be hurt, so he rubbed out 3 bolts of lightning with his bare hands and shot them out. Nuanyuan, throw away the jade pendant quickly. Chen Qingzhou shouted. Goon Wan threw out the jade pendant at once, and at the same time, her lightning power hit the zombie body. The zombie body exploded instantly, and a cloud of dust was stirred up around it. Everyone waved their hands to disperse the smoke and dust, and found that the jade pendant had fallen to the ground. The zombie monster was destroyed, leaving a huge red crystal floating in the air. Everyone was dumbfounded that the zombie monster was killed so easily. Chen Qingzhou didn't expect that his full-strength attack would kill the zombie. Chen Qingzhou went forward to take the crystal, but was bounced back. Sean looked at it and tried to get the crystal but failed. Lu Kai and Xin also couldn't touch the crystal. Everyone looked at each other, wondering what was going on. At this time, a ray of light came out of Goon Wan's belly again. The crystal stone floated in front of Goon Wan and then flew into Goon Wan's chest. Everyone was stunned. Chen Qingzhou quickly supported Goon Wan and looked at Goon Wan's chest nervously.
How are you?
Are you feeling uncomfortable? Goon Wan shook her head. She didn't expect the crystal to fly into her body. She just felt a warm current flowing through her body, and she felt very comfortable. Goon Wan felt the power in her body and found that she had awakened a superpower, a plant-related superpower. Chapter 61 Goon Wan's Superpowers. Other superpowers were activated after being bitten by zombies, but she got superpowers so easily. When Goon Wan waved her hand, the leaves around her made a rustling sound. Chen Qingzhou was also shocked to see that Goon Wan could activate the leaves. A crystal stone from a zombie gave Goon Wan superpowers. Everyone was also shocked. They were originally thinking about how to divide the crystal stone of the zombie bastard, but they didn't expect that no one could get it. What they didn't expect was that the zombie bastard chose Goon Wan. Yes, it was not chosen by the zombie bastard. Just now, after Goon Wan's belly emitted light, the crystal stone flew into her chest. It seems that the baby in Goon Wan's belly is not simple. The baby has superpowers and is very powerful. If Goon Wan was from her own base, it would be so powerful. But everyone was just thinking about it. They had seen Chen Qingzhou's superpowers, which were level 7 dual superpowers, and no one could beat him. Wife, you have superpowers now. Chen Qingzhou hugged Goon Wan in surprise. Yeah, plant-related abilities. Congratulations, sister-in-law. Sean was the first to congratulate, and then everyone congratulated Chen Qingzhou and Goon Wan. Sean asked Lu Kai to investigate where the zombies had gone. The zombies have gone far away, and it can't come back for the time being. Brother Chen, the zombies have gone far away, and they probably won't be back for a while. We have to strengthen our defense. Chen Qingzhou nodded. Let's clean up the battlefield first, and then each base will send a team to garrison in the west of the city. Okay. Shan Xinji stated as they directed everyone to clean up the battlefield. Chen Qingzhou helped Goon Wan back to the car. Don't worry. Goon Wan took 2 steps forward, activated the plant power, and tied together the branches around the vines underground to build a wall. Sister-in-law is so amazing. Your ability is even stronger. There are also people with plant-related abilities in Shan's army, but none of them are as strong as Goon Wan's. They can only use their abilities to attack. Goon Wan looked at the wall of plant vines and was very satisfied. She injected energy into the vines, and the vines would remain like this. If zombies came, the energy would be enough to resist for a while. Everyone can rest assured today. If zombies come, this vine can hold them off for a while. After saying that, Goon Wan turned around and went back to the car. Chen Qingzhou also went back to the car. I'm hungry. I've been busy for so long. You take a rest, I'll go cook. Chen Qingzhou helped Goon Wan lie down on the bed. Yeah, I want to eat meat. I'll cook meat for you. Chen Qingzhou scratched Goon Wan's nose. Goon Wan was really tired. After dealing with zombies for so long and absorbing the crystals to build a vine wall, her energy was greatly consumed, and she fell asleep as soon as she fell down. Chen Qingzhou took out the ingredients from the refrigerator and started his house husband time. I made spicy chicken, stir-fried meat with mushrooms, sweet and sour pork tenderloin, and vegetable soup. The aroma of the food gradually spread. Chen Qingzhou looked at the delicious dishes and nodded with satisfaction. He filled a bowl of vegetable soup, brought it to the bedside, and called Goon Wan softly. Wife, get up and eat something. Goon Wan opened her eyes drowsily, smelled the fragrance, and instantly became energetic. She sat up and said with a smile, It smells so good, Lao Xiao, you are so great. Just as the two were preparing to eat, there was a sudden violent vibration, and the car shook. Chen Qingzhou's face changed, and he quickly protected Goon Wan. He opened the car window and saw a group of zombies rushing towards this side frantically in the distance, and the vine wall had been broken in several places. It turned out that there was another large wave of zombies coming nearby. Wife, eat something to replenish your energy first. I'll go out and take a look. Chen Qingzhou made a prompt decision, picked up his weapon, and was about to get out of the car. Goon Wan gritted her teeth and forced herself to stand up. I'll go too. I can use my special powers to help. No, you take a rest and finish your meal. Chen Qingzhou got out of the car, rubbed lightning with his hands, and joined the battle, while launching a mental threat attack. After a while, the zombies' attack was repelled. Chen Qingzhou got into the car and saw that Goon Wan had finished eating and looked much more energetic. Master, I feel like my ability has gotten stronger again. Goon Wan said excitedly. Chen Qingzhou touched her head and said, That's good, but you'd better not take risks easily and be careful about your belly. Looking at Goon Wan's big belly, Chen Qingzhou was really worried. At this time, people from the base also came over to report the situation. It turned out that there was a level 5 zombie leading the group of zombies. The level 5 zombie was so powerful that it broke through part of the vine wall. We must get rid of that level 5 zombie, otherwise there will be endless troubles. Chen Qingzhou said. Everyone nodded. Goon Wan also said firmly, I will go with you. My special ability may be able to help. Chen Qingzhou couldn't persuade her, and had to agree. They headed towards the direction of the level 5 zombie and saw the huge zombie roaring with its fangs bared from a distance. Goon Wanshi concentrated her mind and activated the plant power. Thick vines instantly grew around her and wrapped around the level 5 zombie. Chen Qingzhou also released lightning and launched an attack with everyone. The first time, the level 5 zombie dodged Goon Wan's vines. Goon Wan quickly launched a second attack. This time, the level 5 zombie failed to dodge, and its feet and waist were entangled by the vines. Chen Qingzhou and Shan used their special powers at the same time, and the level 5 zombie exploded instantly. Although this zombie was of a high level, it only had a small red crystal, which disappointed everyone. In the end, this crystal was given to Xing. Because only his base was relatively weak, Shan's personal ability was strong, his army was large, and there were many psychics, so he didn't need it. Not to mention Qingzhou and the others, there were so many crystals in Goon Wan's space. Goon Wan repaired the vine wall, and everyone went to rest as they were all tired today. Goon Wan and Qingzhou arrived at the villa. The head of the Qin family was waiting under the eaves. "You guys are here. I was so worried. I hope you are not hurt." "Dad, it's so late and you're still not asleep. We don't have anything to do." Goon Wan tugged at the corner of Qingzhou's clothes to signal him to speak. "We're fine. Go and rest." After the head of the Qin family went to the room, Qingzhou and Goon Wan also washed up and prepared to rest. Not long after she lay down, Goon Wan's abdomen suddenly moved. Goon Wan was surprised and happy and reached out to touch her belly. "What's wrong?" Qingzhou touched Goon Wan's belly. "The baby is moving violently again." "Aha. Be good, baby. Let mommy have a good rest. She is very tired." After Qingzhou said this, the baby really stopped moving as if he understood. Qingzhou and Goon Wan were surprised and happy. They didn't expect the baby to be so obedient. "Go to sleep." Qingzhou kissed Goon Wan on the forehead. "Good night." Qingzhou hugged Goon Wan and chatted for a while. The expectant father and mother were looking forward to what would happen after the baby was born. Goon Wan and Qingzhou felt much more at ease. With hope and expectation, they gradually fell asleep, looking forward to a stable life in the future. Chapter 62. A bumper harvest of vegetables. After a night of sleep, everyone is exhausted from the past 2 days. After breakfast, Goon Wan took Qingzhou to the shed she had planted in the back mountain. The various vegetables that Goon Wan transplanted from the space grew very well, and the products of the space were great. "Honey, there are still a lot of vegetables in the space, but how do we get them out?" Goon Wan thought of many ways, but none of them seemed appropriate. The vegetables that are supplied to supermarkets and canteens every day are grown on the back hill. I can't harvest them in this greenhouse for a while. There's so much space that I can't take out all the vegetables and fruits. It's a pity. Qingzhou also thought about it and felt that there seemed to be no way to solve this problem for the time being. "Why don't you wait until our shed grows bigger before you take it out?" Goon Wan glanced at him and acted as if she hadn't said anything. Qingzhou touched his nose, thinking that he was also innocent. His wife's affairs were a big deal, and he would definitely find a way to help her. "Hey, don't worry, honey. I'll find a way." "Well, it's up to you. If you can't think of a solution, hee. Goon Wan waved his fist and Qingzhou held Goon Wan's fist. "I will try my best." "My wife is so cute. Help me get to the rabbit." "Okay, you can get going." Goon Wan looked at Qingzhou strangely. "What's wrong?" "Honey, you're acting weird today." What's strange about that?" "It's a weird look." Goon Wan smiled. "Where did you learn this from?" "In the book." Goon Wan looked at Qingzhou and wondered why she had never noticed that this aloof school hunk had such a side to him. It was getting funnier and funnier. Qingzhou helped Goon Wan to the rabbit nest. While no one was around, Goon Wan threw her hand over the railing, and many rabbits were put into the nest. There were more and more rabbits, and the rabbits had a strong reproductive ability, so it was difficult for the breeder to find them. Goon Wan placed more eggs on the pheasant side, and also some chicks. After finishing all these, Goon Wan felt a little tired, so they returned to the villa. Goon Wan took a rest and pulled Qingzhou to the space to harvest vegetables. Qingzhou was also worried when he saw the mountain of vegetable salad. He didn't believe Goon Wan's words before that there were a lot, but now he saw with his own eyes that there were really a lot. What should he do? How to take it out? Qingzhou thought for a while, but he couldn't think of a way to deal with being ejected from the space. Seeing Goon Wan sleeping soundly, he also felt sleepy. He took off his shoes, went to bed, hugged Goon Wan, and fell asleep. The two of them slept until the afternoon. "Hubby, wake up. Let's go make something to eat. I'm hungry." Goon Wan woke up first. Seeing that Qingzhou was still sleeping, she checked the time and saw that it was already afternoon, so she quickly woke Qingzhou up to eat. Qingzhou rubbed his eyes in a daze and said, "You're awake, wife." His voice was a little hoarse as he had just woken up. The sound was too irritating and it was against the rules, so Goon Wan couldn't help but kiss Chen Qingzhou on the cheek. Wife, you are playing with fire. Chen Qingzhou looked at Goon Wan's red lips. The soft touch just now was still on her face. Monster, if her belly wasn't so big, he would have bullied her severely. Wake up. What do you want to eat? Let's not do it anymore. I'll just get some ready-made food from the space for us to eat. Goon Wan searched for a long time and took out a plate of braised lion's head, a portion of chicken stewed with mushrooms, a vegetable salad, steamed buns, and sauce. The two of them didn't go to the restaurant either. I guess Chun and the others must have already eaten since it was so late. The two of them ate on the desk in the bedroom. After they finished eating, Goon Wan put the dishes and chopsticks into the space. Let's go to the west of the city. That vine wall needs to be reinforced. Hey. Chen Qingzhou helped Goon Wan to the underground garage, still driving their RV. When they came, Chen gave him a Mercedes-Benz and told him to drive it, but he was used to the RV he modified, and he drove it when he went out. When they arrived at the west of the city, the garrison saw that it was Goon Wan and Chen Qingzhou and hurried to greet them. Mrs. Chen, you are here. Well, how is it? Are there any more zombies coming? No, the zombies never came again. Then do it. Goon Wan walked forward, put her hand on the vine, and added some energy to the vine wall to make it last a little longer. Chapter 60-3060, 6th Potion. There have been only a few small-scale zombie attacks in the past few days, and the team stationed at the city gates were able to handle them. Chen Qingzhou accompanies Goon Wan to take care of the greenhouse every day, and the vegetables feel pretty good. If I ask you to accompany me to grow vegetables every day, would you feel that it is a waste of talent? Goon Wan sat on the recliner, eating fruit while watching Chen Qingzhou busy weeding. How could that be? I love being with you every day. I like it too. Come and drink some water. Goon Wan handed a bottle of vitamin C drink to Chen Qingzhou. Chen Qingzhou unscrewed the lid, tilted his head back, and drank it. Goon Wan felt so happy. She had Chen Qingzhou by her side in this life, and there were 3 babies who were about to be born. God was really kind to her. Goon Wan took out stream water from the space and asked Chen Qingzhou to water the vegetables. With the stream water, the vegetables in the greenhouse would not be afraid of pollution and would grow much faster. After cleaning up the greenhouse, the two went back to the villa. The aunt who cooked for the day took a leave, so Chen Qingzhou cooked 4 dishes and a soup himself. I didn't know before that the boss's cooking skills are so good. The head of the Chen family took a bite before commenting. Dad, you don't know how good he is at cooking. Come and have a bite of this braised pork. It's his best dish. Goon Wan picked up some braised pork for the head of the Chen family. Okay, Nuanyuan should eat more too. Delicious. Chen Qingzhou narrowed his eyes as he watched Goon Wan eat, feeling very satisfied. After dinner, Goon Wan and Chen Qingzhou cleaned up the dishes and the kitchen together. The head of the Chen family sat in the living room reading a book. Looking at the loving couple, he smiled. It was great now. The eldest son was not so hostile to him. He also had such a good daughter-in-law. He would soon have 3 grandchildren, who were so beautiful. When the second son could also get married, he would be at peace even if he died. He should find a wife for the second son. Chen Shua rubbed his nose.
Who was thinking about him?
Chief, are you okay? You don't catch a cold. It's okay, go on. Assistant Zhang then reported on the situation at the pharmaceutical factory. After cleaning up, Chen Qingzhou and Goon Wan went to the room to rest. They said they were resting, but actually they went to the space. Goon Wan took Chen Qingzhou to the space to pick vegetables and took a bath by the way. It was so comfortable to wash in the stream water. Master, I am here. Where have you been for so long? I went to the main system, and it made things difficult for me. We had a fight, and it locked me up in a dark room. Woohoo, my master, I almost couldn't come. Oh, well, how did you get here? Well, it's a long story. I spent a lot of points, but I finally got a magical potion. This potion can increase the strength of the psychic faster than the crystal. Oh, so magical, let me see it. A transparent bottle as big as a perfume bottle appeared in front of Goon Wan. What is this, wife? This is a potion. It's said to enhance supernatural powers. Chun Qingzhou looked at the bottle. The transparent liquid inside was also dark brown, nothing special. Come on, husband, open your mouth. Goon Wan picked up the bottle and was about to pour it into Chun Qingzhou's mouth. Wait a moment. What's wrong? I'll just take a sip. If there's no problem, you can drink the rest. You have this ability and you need to upgrade it. I'm already level 7, so I don't need it. Ah, yes. Chun Qingzhou picked up the bottle and took a sip. It was refreshing, cool, and a little sweet. After drinking it, he felt relaxed all over without any discomfort. No problem, drink it. Goon Wan drank most of the remaining bottle. Master, go slowly. You can't drink so much at once, it will. What will happen? You'll know what's going to happen in a moment. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm going to take a rest first. Come back to me tomorrow. Good night, Master. Hey, why don't you finish what you said? What will happen? Goon Wan felt that it was not a good thing. Why didn't 060-70 tell her in advance? The main reason is that you moved too quickly, and the other person didn't have time to say anything. 060-70 ran away quickly, otherwise it would be bad if there were any scenes that were not suitable for children. Goon Wan didn't take it seriously. After taking a shower, the two of them were kicked out of the space before they had time to put on their clothes. Goon Wan looked at Chun Qingzhou, and Chun Qingzhou also looked at Goon Wan. Fortunately, it was his own bedroom. The two quickly put on their pajamas and went to bed to rest. In the middle of the night, Goon Wan felt dry mouth and hot all over, and began to kick off the quilt and unbutton her clothes. Chun Qingzhou also felt a little hot and Goon Wan felt uneasy, so he woke up. He turned on the light and saw that Goon Wan's cheeks were red and she was sobbing. Yuan, what's wrong with you? Chun Qingzhou gently shook Goon Wan's body. It's hot. It's so hot. Could it be that she has a cold or a fever? That shouldn't be the case. Chun Qingzhou got out of bed, wet a towel, wiped Goon Wan's body, and gave her some water. He himself feels a little hot. What's going on? Oh, right, the potion. Based on my previous experience in improving my superpowers, this is a sign of excess energy that has not been fully absorbed. What should I do? Yen Xiao is going to explode. It's all his fault that he let Wan Wan drink most of the bottle. Looking at Goon Wan's big belly, Chun Qingzhou felt embarrassed. When he was like this before, Goon Wan's belly was not so big, and they could still do that. But what should he do now? Goon Wan felt a warm current wandering around in her body, getting hotter and hotter, feeling very uncomfortable. It's hot and uncomfortable. Seeing Goon Wan feeling so uncomfortable, Chun Qingzhou was sweating profusely. Space, Yuan. There is a stream in the space, Yuan. Chun Qingzhou had no way to control the space. Goon Wan was unconscious at this time, and Chun Qingzhou's shouting was of no use. No way, it should be okay to be gentler. Chun Qingzhou touched Goon Wan's belly and said, You three be good. Daddy is going to save Mommy. After saying that, Chun Qingzhou took off Goon Wan's clothes, bent down, and kissed her lips. Goon Wan responded to Chun Qingzhou's kiss fiercely, as if she had found a life-saving straw. The two of them fell asleep at daybreak. Chun Qingzhou didn't expect that Goon Wan would be a little crazy when she took the initiative. He was afraid of hurting her and the baby, so he took good care of her throughout the process. It rained all night, and the sun was very bright in the morning, shining on the two people sleeping on the bed. Goon Wan rubbed her eyes and moved her body. Hiss! What the hell? It feels a bit sour. Goon Wan muttered, and gradually regained consciousness. She glanced at Chun Qingzhou beside her, and the marks on his neck and chest. Goon Wan swallowed and thought to herself that she really was yesterday. Wife, you're awake. Are you feeling uncomfortable? Hey, I'm not feeling uncomfortable now that I'm awake. That's good. You can only upgrade? Goon Wan felt it and found that it had really been upgraded. Yeah, it's upgraded to level 3. Goon Wan was so happy that she also had superpowers, otherwise she would have felt inferior. Chun Qingzhou was so powerful, and his baby also had superpowers, but she didn't. That's good. The two got up and washed. Chun Qingzhou took out a t-shirt from the cloakroom and was about to put it on. Old man, Why don't you wear a shirt today? It looks good.
Ah,
Goon Wan took a white shirt and handed it to Qin Qingzhou. I have to work in the greenhouse today, and it's not convenient to work in a shirt. Today I won't go to the greenhouse today. I don't want to move. And I think it's better for you to wear a shirt today, hee hee. Goon Wan pointed at Qin Qingzhou's neck. Qin Qingzhou turned his head and looked at the mirror. Wow, he was so crazy last night. No wonder Goon Wan insisted that he wear a shirt. The collar of the t-shirt was too low to cover it. Hey, wife, look at what you did to me last night. Qin Qingzhou pointed at the marks on his neck and complained to Goon Wan. Hee hee, wasn't I unconscious yesterday? I'm so hungry. I'm going to eat. You should hurry up too. Goon Wan touched her nose, quickly put on her skirt, and left the cloakroom. Looking at Goon Wan's running back, Qin Qingzhou smiled. His wife was still so funny and adorable. Qin Qingzhou put on his shirt and found a pair of black suit pants. He usually looked like a fresh boy in casual clothes, but now this outfit suddenly gave him an abstinent and domineering vibe. It's said that if you have a good-looking face, you'll look good in anything. There was no greenhouse today, so Goon Wan went home to rest. Qin Qingzhou was caught by Qin Shua to give him advice. Chapter 64: Establishing a Trading Market. There are more and more vegetables and fruits in Goon Wan's space, and their family can't finish them. Goon Wan is worried about how to take these things out, and Qin Qingzhou is also thinking of a solution. The first batch of vegetables in Goon Wan's greenhouse will be picked in the next 2 days. Goon Wan took the opportunity to take out some vegetables from the space. The picked vegetables were packed and sent to the supermarket and canteen. But this is far from enough. There are too many vegetables and fruits in Goon Wan's space. Qin Qingzhou thought about it for some days and came up with an idea, which is to establish a shared market. Yanqing has 3 bases and the military district has the most people, so the demand for supplies is the greatest. They set up a shared market where they could exchange the excess supplies from each base for other items. Qin Qingzhou told Goon Wan about his idea. Goon Wan thought it was a good idea, and Qin Shu also supported it. Then he contacted Shan and Xing, and they also thought it was a good idea. Shan's military region had the most people, and they needed a lot of food every day. They also grew their own food and had to be frugal. He knew that Qin Shu had a large area of the mountain behind them, and he should have grown a lot of things. If they could exchange, that would be good. But what could he exchange? He had more weapons, but their military region had an arsenal that specialized in making weapons. Xing was very happy, as they were few in number and had limited food supplies, so if they could exchange supplies with their 2 bases, they would never have to worry about food and drink. He had nothing else, but their base had many vehicles and a lot of Japanese chemical products. There were many factories in the south of the city, producing all kinds of things, so the warehouse was full of things. The 3 bases hit it off and established a trading market at the White Pagoda. The market was opened every 10 days. Goon Wan took out the vegetables in the space for trading and exchanged them for many vehicles and weapons for the base. There are many people in the military district, and they need a lot of vegetables every time. Goon Wan is not stingy and will give some fruits as gifts, just ordinary dates, apples, and so on. It is not surprising that there are many such fruit trees in Yanqing. Ever since the 2 bases started eating Goon Wan's vegetables and fruits, it seems that everyone's physique has improved and their tempers are not as bad as before. Xiao En and Xing found it amazing, but did not ask any further questions. After all, it was a reciprocal relationship. Goon Wan was an extraordinary woman, and it was okay for her to have some secrets. It did not affect them at all, and they benefited from it, which was quite nice. Goon Wan thought that it was not enough to just grow vegetables and fruits, they had to grow some grains. What they were eating now was the grain stored in the Yanqing granary, but it would eventually run out, so they had to grow some for themselves. It is not possible to grow crops in paddy fields, but corn, wheat, sorghum, grains, potatoes, and sweet potatoes can be grown. So Goon Wan opened up more land in the back mountain and planted wheat and corn. The base in the north of the city only provided a grain supply at the trading market and nothing else. The military district also changed from trading only weapons to trading other things, such as textbooks, coal, and oil. Because the military district had mines, The supplies in this trading market gradually became more and more abundant. Goon Wan thought it was quite the end of the world. Otherwise, how much money would it cost to buy so many things in the past? She couldn't afford it. It's just that there is no way to grow rice. It would be great if she could eat white rice every meal. She herself has no worries about white rice. She stockpiled so much rice before the end of the world, and she hasn't eaten it all yet. But Yanqing doesn't produce rice, so there's no way to trade it. That would be too conspicuous. We'd better think of a way later. There are now 20 or 30 greenhouses on the back mountain of the base, hundreds of fruit trees in the orchard, a field of corn and wheat, and rabbits, pheasants, and wild ducks raised on the farm. Goon Wan also asked Qin Qingzhou to build a fish pond, pretending to catch fish from the river outside, but in fact they were caught from the space. Now the dining tables of several bases have returned to the rich variety before the end of the world, with everything. It's just that wild boars are not domesticated, otherwise Goon Wan would have wanted to catch some wild boars and raise them so that she would have pork to eat. But wild boars are too destructive to be domesticated. If you want to eat them, you can go hunting in the forest outside the city. If you are lucky, you may catch a wild boar, but if you are unlucky, you may catch a pheasant or something. Chapter 65 Mass Wedding. The base is slowly getting on track, and the enthusiasm of young people is getting higher and higher. In the past, they just wanted to survive, but now that they have settled down, they want to fall in love, get married, have children, and take care of their husbands and children. As a result, many couples appeared. In the end, there was no civil affairs bureau anymore, so they didn't need to get a marriage certificate. However, Goon Wan felt that marriage was still a big deal, so she could hold a wedding for them to make it more formal. Qin Qingzhou also felt that he had to hold a wedding for Goon Wan, as he was still short of giving her a grand wedding. I won't do it. Look at my belly. I can't even wear wedding clothes.
Who said that?
My wife is always looking at me. Let's just do a group wedding, where everyone does it together, and it's just once. Otherwise, it's too tiring. Well, that's fine. I'll let Lulu contact them and ask for their opinions. Lulu is now Goon Wan's assistant, and Goon Wan asks Lulu to do everything. Soon, Lu got everyone's consent, and everyone agreed to hold a group wedding. So the bride and groom began to prepare for the wedding, and the venue was chosen to be the former auditorium of Yanqing University. Goon Wan gave the order for wedding dresses to Xing and his team. Since they had a cloth factory and a garment factory, Xing arranged for workers to come to their home to measure the sizes, and then make them back home. They were all embroidered dresses for Chinese weddings, which required complicated processes and embroidery, so they took a long time. Qin Qingzhou, the groom-to-be, goes out early and comes back late every day to arrange the scene. The same thing happened to several other couples. Some of them whose parents and family members were still around helped out, and those who didn't have any family members worked together. Goon Wan's belly was big, so Qin Qingzhou didn't let her go to the ceremony hall, but let her prepare the wedding candies at home. Sister Wan, Big Brother is really kind to you. Gu Lu is now Goon Wan's assistant and accompanies her every day. She can see how much Qin Qingzhou loves Goon Wan. Yes, he is a very handsome man. Did you and Brother Qin get married recently? When Lulu met Goon Wan, she was already with Qin Qingzhou and was pregnant. Yes, we have obtained our marriage certificate, and we also have wedding photos. Let me show them to you. Goon Wan took out the wedding photos she and Qin Qingzhou had taken not long ago and showed them to Lu. Wow, Sister Wan, you are so lucky. Taking so many wedding photos must be very expensive. Look at this wedding dress. It's so beautiful. Lu looked envious. It's not expensive. I bought it from a group. Really? I envy you guys who got married before the end of the week. You can take photos and get a marriage certificate. There's so many young talents in our base, but you are not interested in any of them. Sister Wan, you are still teasing me. I am still young. Let me take a look. Haha, let's look for her. Goon Wan was also very happy looking at Lu's shy face. It was so great in this life that they were all still here. Sister Wan, look at how I cut this character for happiness. Look. Soon it was the day of the group wedding. Since Goon Wan and Chen Qingzhou were the new couple, the auditorium was decorated in a particularly festive way, with a huge character placed in the middle of the background. The red carpet was rolled out from the door to the stage. The host was a former wedding MC. Sean and Xing were also invited, and Sean served as the witness. The wedding scene was no different from before the festival. Everything was there, and after the wedding, a banquet was held in the cafeteria. "Honey, are you tired? If I had known that holding a wedding would be so troublesome, we wouldn't have participated in the group wedding. I'll hold one for you after you give birth." Chen Qingzhou felt distressed when he saw Goon Wan, who looked a little tired. It's the first time in 2 lives to get married. No one knows there are so many procedures. That's right. Chen Qingzhou supported Goon Wan and toasted everyone. "Congratulations, brother and sister-in-law." Qin Shu raised his glass and drank it all. "Silly boy, drink slowly. You can't drink that much." The head of the Qin family shook his head. He was very happy today because his eldest brother was getting married. "Dad hopes you will be happy every day in the future." "Thank you, Dad." Goon Wan tugged at the corner of Chen Qingzhou's clothes. "Thanks, Dad." "Oh." The head of the Qin family wiped his eyes. The eldest son finally recognized him as his father. "Congratulations, brother and sister-in-law." "Congratulations, brother Qingzhou." "Congratulations." Chen Qingzhou and Goon Wan accepted everyone's blessings with their faces frozen with smiles. Chapter 60. The Children's Names. The wedding came to an end with everyone's blessings. Oh, it's so tiring to organize a wedding. If I didn't drink stream water every day to improve my physical condition, I would be exhausted to death. Goon Wan sat on the bed and rubbed his arms. "Yeah, honey, my face is stiff from smiling." Goon Wan rubbed Chen Qingzhou's face. "Just rub it and it will be fine." Chen Qingzhou looked at Goon Wan affectionately. "Wife, it's so good that we can be together in this life." Goon Wan leaned her head on Chen Qingzhou's chest. "Yes, happy wedding, Mr. Chen. Haha, I love you, Yuan. I love you too. The red star is moving, the spring night is short, and it is another crazy night." The next day was a good day. Goon Wan had nothing to do, so she asked Chen Qingzhou to take her out for a walk and stock up on supplies. She hadn't stocked up on supplies for a long time. Although the ambiguous relationship with Chen Qingzhou allowed her to stay in the space longer, she hadn't stocked up on supplies recently. She had spent a lot of points on exchanging the potion for 066 last time. At this rate, when would she be able to open the points mall? She had to stock up more supplies. "Your belly is so big now, it's safer for us to stay at home." Chen Qingzhou was worried. "Oh, it's okay. I won't be able to have a baby for a while."
No.
"Good husband. Just promise me." Goon Wan shook Chen Qingzhou's arm coquettishly. "That's not a big deal. I don't have to go anywhere recently. I'll just stay at home and wait for the birth of my baby." Goon Wan pouted and smiled. Chen Qingzhou was angry when he saw that she was pregnant, but he was also afraid because Goon Wan was carrying triplets and the doctor said they would be born prematurely. Chen Qingzhou reached over and grabbed Goon Wan's hand, but Goon Wan shook it off and Chen Qingzhou pulled her up again. "Honey, the doctor said you're already over 8 months pregnant and could go into labor prematurely at any time. I'm afraid, so let's not have the baby for now." Chen Qingzhou looked at Goon Wan and was no longer so angry. "Then let's think about names for the children. We haven't named them yet." Chen Qingzhou touched Goon Wan's belly. Goon Wan lowered her head to glance at her belly. It seemed that she hadn't named the babies yet. Too careless. "What name? Do you have any idea?" Chen Qingzhou felt relieved that the topic had been changed. He had actually thought about the baby's name. "Well, how about naming the boys Chen Haoqing, Chen Haoli, and Chen Haoyi, and the girls Chen Jingyi, Chen Jingshu, and Chen Jingxian?" Chen Qingzhou wrote these names on Goon Wan's palm. "Well, it's not impossible.
Let me think about it.
How about calling them Tuan Tuan, Yuan Yuan, Oranin?" "Okay, I'll listen to you. Actually, I'm a naming expert, but I have to look for ancient books. People say that when naming, we should look for words from the Book of Songs and the Yaju." As she spoke, Goon Wan found several ancient books from the library in her space. Come and see. At this time, the head of the Qin family also came down from upstairs. What are you doing with so many books? Dad, we are naming the babies. Can you come and see what names we should give them? Let me take a look. When the head of the Qin family heard that it was about naming grandchildren, he had to take a closer look. Have you thought of a name? Chen Qingzhou repeated the name he had come up with. Yeah, not bad. The three of them voted to choose words from these ancient books. Li Lu drank too much at the wedding yesterday and came a little late today. When she entered the room, she saw that everyone was busy reading, which was a bit surprising. There's nothing wrong with Patriarch Chen reading books every day. Brother Chen looks like a top student, so it's strange that Sister Wan is reading so seriously. The last time she pulled Sister Wan to read a magazine, she fell asleep. Lulu is here. Come quickly, come and see how I name the babies. Let's name the baby. Li Lu also became interested. She ran over to see that Goon Wan had written a piece of paper with names on it. There were so many names. After looking at them, she also had difficulty making a choice. She felt that every name sounded good. Sister Wan, these names are all so nice. I can't choose one. Why don't you give birth to a few more after this one, and use up all these names? Okay, you tease me too. Haha, no. After selecting for a long time, several people finally decided on the names Chen Haoren, Chen Haoli, Chen Haoxuan, Chen Jingshu, Chen Jingxian, and Chen Jingyu, which were then written on gold-plated red paper by the head of the Qin family himself. Goon Wan looked at the red paper in her hand and touched her belly. Babies, do you like these names? The baby moved, as if he understood. They understand, they like it. Chen Qingzhou also touched Goon Wan's belly. As long as you like it. Chapter 67 Goon Wan gives birth. Chen Qingzhou has been feeling uneasy these past few days and has been staying at home with Goon Wan. After breakfast that day, Chen Qingzhou accompanied Goon Wan for a walk in the yard. Goon Wan looked at the bare yard and thought about planting flowers to decorate it. You say I'm planting flowers like this. It feels so monotonous. Okay, I'll plant it tomorrow. The weather is so unpredictable in these last days. I don't know if I can grow crops. Yes, it rains when it says it will rain, and it snows when it says it will snow. Chen Qingzhou also sighed. As he was talking, snowflakes began to fall from the sky. It's my bad luck. It's really snowing. Chen Qingzhou helped Goon Wan into the house. After entering the house, he quickly found a towel to wipe Goon Wan's hair, found some thick clothes for her to wear, and turned on the heater. Standing in front of the floor-to-ceiling window, Goon Wan looked at the heavy snow falling outside and was speechless. How could it start snowing as soon as it was written? Fortunately, we had prepared thick cotton-padded clothes for everyone in the base. Otherwise, this weather would have been really freezing. What are you thinking about? Come drink some ginger soup to warm your body. You drink too. Goon Wan raised the cup to Chen Qingzhou's mouth. Chen Qingzhou took a sip. After drinking the ginger soup, his whole body felt warm. At this time, Goon Wan suddenly grabbed Chen Qingzhou's hand. What's wrong, wife? My stomach hurts a little. What? You're not going to have sex, are you? It shouldn't be. It doesn't hurt that much. It should just be the beginning of labor pains. That's happiness. Chen Qingzhou picked up Goon Wan and went to my bedroom. He put Goon Wan on the bed and went out to call for help. Dad, Auntie, Li Lu Nuanyuan is about to poop. Nuanyuan is about to orgasm. The head of the Qin family came down from upstairs. Nuanyuan is about to poop. The nanny came out from the kitchen. Sister Wan is about to burst. I'll go get the doctor. Li Lu quickly ran to the next room to call the doctor. In order to prevent Goon Wan from giving birth prematurely, the villa next door arranged for a midwife to be on call at all times. Chen Qingzhou came to the bed and asked, How do you feel, honey? Does it hurt? It doesn't hurt much at the moment. It just comes in waves. No. Don't be afraid, I'm with you. Wan, Auntie will cook something for you first. Eating something will give you more strength. The doctor came in a short while later. He touched Goon Wan's belly and listened. How is it? Are you going to give birth? Yes, This is the beginning of labor pains, but Mrs. Chen's cervix has not yet opened, so you can't ejaculate for the time being. Eat something first to maintain your strength. When the contractions become frequent, you'll have to ejaculate. Well, don't be nervous, I'm fine. Goon Wan felt that Chen Qingzhou's hand was trembling. Yeah, not nervous. Haha, that's okay. Goon Wan patted Chen Qingzhou. After eating the noodles cooked by her aunt, Goon Wan took a walk on the ground, with Chen Qingzhou supporting her. As evening approached, Goon Wan had frequent contractions. She was gasping for breath in pain and sweating profusely. Chen Qingzhou was extremely nervous, but couldn't help much. When the doctor saw that the cervix was dilated and the baby could be delivered, he sent them all out, disinfected the room, and laid out medical sheets. Goon Wan started to give birth. She was in excruciating pain, but she still insisted on doing what the doctor said. She knew she had 3 babies in her belly, and she had to try hard. Soon the first baby came out, and it was a boy. Hearing the crying, Chen Qingzhou and the others outside also breathed a sigh of relief. It's over, it's over. Then another cry was heard after a while. The second baby is also born. The second baby is a girl, the doctor shouted. Girl is good, it's twins, a boy and a girl. The head of the Qin family excitedly grabbed Chen Qingzhou's hand. The last baby was a bit annoying, and we waited for a long time. The third one was a boy. Goon Wan fainted when she heard the last baby's cry. She was too tired. The doctor cleaned up and checked the 3 babies, finding they were all healthy, then left. Chen Qingzhou felt very distressed when he saw Goon Wan sleeping exhausted, and he stayed by her side the whole time. The 3 babies were also very well behaved and slept the whole time. Chapter 68: The Second Brother with Superpowers. Goon Wan was so tired that she slept for a long time. She woke up when she heard the baby crying. When I woke up, I saw 3 babies crying. Chen Jieqi, Chen Qingzhou, and Chen Shu were each coaxing a baby. Auntie and Li Lu were busy making milk. The scene was in chaos. Are they hungry? Chen Qingzhou sat down beside the bed when he heard Goon Wan's voice. Goon Wan took the baby from his hand and said, "This is our daughter, the second child. She is the one who cries the most." Goon Wan held her daughter in her arms. She seemed to feel like she was her mother and stopped crying all of a sudden. Then something magical happened. The 2 boys stopped crying too. This made the whole family laugh. Goon Wan fed the 3 babies and the 3 little ones fell asleep. Chen Qingzhou brought the red date porridge cooked by his aunt to Goon Wan. Come and eat something. Chen Qingzhou fed Goon Wan the porridge. I can do it myself. Let me feed you, my dear. You've worked hard. Goon Wan felt that Chen Qingzhou looked at her more affectionately than before. It was because she scared him during the birth. It's not hard. I'm very happy to see 3 cute babies. Chen Qingzhou also looked at the 3 babies sleeping in the cradle with a happy face. Really, we have a son and a daughter all at once. Yeah, look how much the dick looks like you, so white. Chen Qingzhou, I think you prefer girls to boys. The girl you were holding just now must be a daughter. No, it's just that my daughter is younger. What's there for that brat to see? Chen Qingzhou, let me tell you, you can't have this kind of thought.
You have to treat the 3 of them the same.
Do you understand? My dear, eat your porridge quickly. Goon Wan snorted. She had already foreseen the scene of Chen Qingzhou becoming a slave to his daughter. After eating the porridge, Goon Wan rested for a while and then felt less tired. Giving birth is really tiring. Husband, who do you think has superpowers among these 3? Let me see. Chen Qingzhou looked for a long time but couldn't figure out which baby had superpowers. This shouldn't be the case. Generally, people with superpowers have energy fluctuations on their bodies, and anyone with superpowers can see it. But he couldn't tell these 3 babies, but some of them had special abilities. You didn't even see that. Goon Wan also came to the cradle. Why did you get out of bed? It's okay, I'll take a look too. Goon Wan looked for a long time, but couldn't figure it out. 066, can you tell which baby has superpowers? My dear, having superpowers is my second treasure. Bow. It's her bow. Hee hee, my daughter is amazing. I was so proud of this. It's her bow, 066 said. Goon Wan reached out to grab Airbow's hand, and her fingers were held by Airbao. A magical scene appeared. A ray of light came out from Airbow's hand and went directly into Goon Wan's brow. Goon Wan looked at Qin Qingzhou, and Qin Qingzhou was also shocked when he saw it. How about it? I think my supernatural power has been upgraded. Haha, baby is so amazing. Your Excellency is very powerful. If I hadn't failed in my tribulation, I wouldn't have come here to be a baby. Qin Qingzhou also stretched out his hand, and the same ray of light shot into the center of Qin Qingzhou's eyebrows. Hey, her cheap dad is pretty amazing, a natural martial arts prodigy. What is that gray-colored supernatural power? Open it up for him to see. Qin Qingzhou felt a warm current flowing through his body, and his supernatural power, which had been gray all along, suddenly lit up. Wife, my gray supernatural power has been activated. What kind of superpower is that? Goon Wan was curious about what Qin Qingzhou's gray superpower was. It's the ability of clairvoyance. Then that means you're cheating. You can see things that others can't. Hee, now we have these two treasures. They are really good daughters of daddy. Qin Qingzhou kissed the second treasure on the cheek. Hey, don't kiss me. My beard is pricked. Yu Zun is a great cultivator, yet she's been kissed by a man in 2 lifetimes. Forget it. He is her father after all. It's just that her bow is so amazing. Goon Wan looked at the 2 boys again. Don't they have special powers? I thought all 3 babies had special powers. Mom, big brother, and little brother also have superpowers, but their powers are sealed and cannot be used for the time being. It's annoying to say that these 2 guys have become her family. It makes me angry just thinking about it. If it weren't for them, she would not have failed to overcome the tribulation. I'm so sleepy. Being a baby is too tiring. I want to take a nap. The baby is sleepy. Let her sleep, and you should take a nap too. Qin Qingzhou helped Goon Wan lie down on the bed. Chapter 69 Full Moon Banquet. The 3 babies ate and slept, and they didn't make any noises. After a few days, everyone got to know the tempers of the 3 little ones. As long as the second one didn't cry, the other 2 wouldn't cry either. I'm asking you 2, what are you doing? You've come this far, and I won't say anything. Why do you have to do whatever I do? Sister, I will definitely protect you forever. Sister, if you bully others and don't take responsibility, I will follow you. Speak nicely. When did I ever bully you? You took advantage of me by the Tianqi Lake that day. You are my younger brother in this life. Come on, little brother, kiss your sister. What do you mean he took advantage of you? I'm going to beat this brat up. You can't beat him, big brother. Forget it. Since he is my younger brother, I will forgive him. Look, what are those 3 babbling about? It's something that children can understand. Qin Qingzhou hugged Goon Wan and smiled as he looked at the 3 babies who were babbling nonstop with their fists clenched. Tomorrow the 3 babies will be 1 month old, and I want to invite a few friends to come over to my house to celebrate. Yes, let's go to Qin Tingting and the others. Okay. It's a full moon banquet, so we need to bring out more dishes. Goon Wan went into the kitchen and took out a lot of vegetables, fish, chickens, ducks, and so on, filling up the kitchen. On the day of the full moon banquet, Qin Qingzhou invited Shan, Lu Kai, Xing, Xia Tian, and others. Qin Tingting, Han Xiaomei, and Li Lu also came. Goon Wan asked the kitchen to prepare a lot of dishes to entertain the guests. Jane was so excited when the 3 babies were pushed out. The 3 of them finally left that room. They had been staring at the ceiling for a month and were speechless. This villa is decorated in a very luxurious and magnificent way. 3 little ones look at me, and I look at you as you grow up. Your brother and our family do have it. The guests gathered around and teased the 3 babies, and their laughter echoed in the villa. Suddenly, sirens blared and lights flashed. Qin Qingzhou's face changed, and he quickly protected Goon Wan and the babies behind him. What's going on? He asked loudly. Chen Shua saw someone running hurriedly outside and said, Brother, there is an unknown energy fluctuation. It seems that a powerful doomsday creature is approaching. Everyone became nervous in an instant, and Sean, Liu Kai, and others quickly took out their weapons. Goon Wan hugged the baby tightly, her eyes full of worry. At this moment, the window was shattered by a powerful force, and a huge beetle beast broke in through the window. A strange blue light flashed on its body, and a low roar came from its mouth. The babies were frightened by this sudden change. Chen Qingzhou roared, rushed forward first, and started fighting with the beet lemon. Others also joined the battle. For a moment, the villa was filled with smoke, shouts of killing, and the roars of beet lemon. However, beet lemon was so powerful that everyone was unable to resist for a while. Just when Chen Qingzhou was hit by the beetle beast's claws and almost fell down, a golden light suddenly flashed from the babies. The three babies broke free from Goon Wan's arms at some point and floated in the air, emitting a mysterious light. With a wave of their little hands, waves of energy shot towards beet lemon, pushing it back. Everyone was stunned. They didn't expect that the three little guys had such powerful strength. The beet lemon felt the pain and became even angrier. It roared and rushed forward again. The babies looked at each other, then worked together to send out a huge beam of energy, which directly hit Beet Lemon. Beet Lemon let out a scream as its body was blown to pieces. After the battle, the babies slowly fell down and turned back into their cute appearance. Everyone gathered around them, their faces full of surprise and confusion. Chen Qingzhou and Goon Wan were even more surprised and happy. They didn't expect that their child had such amazing abilities. This sudden battle also made the full moon banquet even more memorable. Chapter 70. The Three Babies Are the Boss. 060. Do you know what's going on with the three babies? Master, this is a secret that cannot be revealed. Speak human language. Hehe. I don't know much, but I overheard some things from the main system. Debao was originally Erbao's eldest brother. He was from the immortal cultivation world and was taught by Master Kongshu of Kunlun Mountain. Erbao was the most powerful. She was the saint of the Secret Realm sect and almost passed the tribulation and ascended to heaven. Sanbao was the eldest senior brother Moyanding. He and Erbao met because of a misunderstanding. When Erbao passed the Thunder Tribulation, he had an accident and came here. Debao and Sanbao were worried and followed him here. Ah, so mysterious. Goon Wan was confused. That's all I know. Goon Wan thought about it and realized that it was not so fantasy anymore. She and Chen Qingzhou were also reborn. I'm really awesome. I gave birth to three big boys, haraha. Goon Wan repeated 066 words to Chen Qingzhou, and Chen Qingzhou was stunned. Honey, pinch me. Goon Wan twisted Chen Qingzhou's arm. Hiss, the pain is real. It's true. Oh my god, this is a novel turned into reality. We are so amazing that we gave birth to three big guys. Goon Wan and Chen Qingzhou looked at the three babies sleeping in the cradles, feeling a little amused and helpless. Three big babies. Among the three of them, the girl is the most powerful. I was wondering why the two brats started crying whenever she cried. Honey, I'm still a little dizzy. I'm going to be the boss's mother now. Yes, you are the boss's mother. Ha 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 ha. I wake up laughing in my dreams. When these three grow up, I can lie down and relax. Goon Wan was so happy. She finally realized her life of lying down. Chen Qingzhou tucked the loose hair around Goon Wan's ears behind her ears, looked at her beautiful face, and curled the corners of his mouth. So, my dear mother, you are already 1 month old. Are you my husband? As he said that, Chen Qingzhou put his hand on Goon Wan's waist and rubbed it.
What?
The kids are here. I'll have someone take me away. Bad dad. He actually separated us from mom. Hey, little sister. Daddy is trying to build a relationship with mommy. Yes, sister. It's not enough to have me and my brother by your side. My sister doesn't want you to accompany her, you little brat. Come on, brother, we're a family now. Why are you still so hostile? Humph. If I could hold my forehead now, I would really like to do that. I give in. Chen Qingzhou picked up Goon Wan and went to the bed. Hey, I haven't taken a shower yet. Oh, then your husband hasn't taken a shower either. Let's take a shower together. Chun Qingzhou picked up Goon Wan and went to the bathroom. Chun Qingzhou, you are shameless. Who wants to take a bath with you? If a wife doesn't want to bathe with her husband, who can she bathe with? After a while, the sound of running water came from the bathroom. The two of them took a bath for a long time. Goon Wan fell asleep when Chun Qingzhou carried her to the bed. Chun Qingzhou gently wiped her hair and changed her into pajamas, then went to bed and hugged her and fell asleep. Goon Wan was still woken up by Li Lu, Sister Wan. The baby is crying because he is hungry. Oh, I'll come right away. Goon Wan stood up and was about to get out of bed. Hiss. Chun Qingzhou is such a man with no self-control. My waist is hurting. He hasn't been able to go to bed these days. Chun Qingzhou was discussing the patrol situation with Chen Shu when he suddenly sneezed. Someone was scolding him. Brother, you are not tired, right?
No.
Goon Wan probably woke up and was scolding him. Chun Qingzhou raised the corner of his mouth. Goon Wan fed the three babies and ate her own meal, finally regaining some strength. Congratulations, Master. The space has been upgraded. How did it get upgraded? Hee, isn't this the result of the Master's hard work? The space upgrade opens up the 4th floor of the villa, which has a KTV, a Western restaurant, a studio, and a music room. It's all for entertainment. The owner also has 3 paddy fields on the farm, and 4 kinds of fruit trees appear in the orchard: blueberry, raspberry, banana, and dragon fruit. I like this one. And here's what, Master. These are the gifts I gave to the 3 little masters. 3 boxes appeared in front of Goon Wan, and inside were 3 bracelets. These 3 bracelets contain 3 portions of spiritual power. The young masters were all immortals in the past, and they are now lacking spiritual energy, so I think this will be useful. Then I thank you on behalf of the 3 of them. Goon Wan put the 3 bracelets on the 3 babies, and they looked pretty good. Wow. Good stuff. Such abundant spiritual energy. It is indeed a good thing. This bracelet can gather spiritual energy. Yes, with this, my seal should be open soon.